Alright, well, welcome to the Sea Boys. I'm Will. Oh,
I'm Josh.
okay. And this is the Sea Boys. Today, we're gonna do some small talk. If you got some small talk, Josh.
Um, oh, my boss is using me more and more for work. He says I'm doing really good. Let's see. Oh, yesterday I wanted to murder my coworkers. That was fun. Uh,
You want to murder the coworker?
oh, a couple of them. I mean, we have a new waiter, and he's doing his best. He really is. But that one waitress who we literally have to basically ring the bell until it comes off the freaking thing for her to get her food. You know what my bosses started doing? And this is
Hmm.
genius. He'll have us make however many plates, like for like the sides and whatnot. He'll have us make those plates and put those plates in the oven at 300 degrees until the main dish is ready for those plates. By the time by the time they're going out the door, they had to wear oven mitts to take the plates out because it's hot. I had customers try to complain that their sides were cold. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way that they're cold.
Yeah, right?
That is a 300-degree plate. Don't sit there and tell me that your fucking sides are cold. It's okay. On top of that, we had a couple people the other day order carne asada. Well, fucking done. I I I
That's something you wanna.
I wanted to take my belt off and go out to their table and go, "Here's your carne asada. It's leather." On top of that,
something.
we had
Something you
people.
don't order well done.
No.
Something you don't order well done, people.
On top of that, on top of that, at
Oh,
8:30,
this light's fucking blinding
on
me.
8:30, when we're getting ready to clean up and close down for the night. We had a table of four come in. Mind you, my
Oh, yeah.
my boss had already cleaned the grill, so he's not putting anything else on the grill for the night. He's like, get them to either choose something I could put on this barbecue or in the oil to cook. I am not. I just cleaned this grill. We got three carne asadas and one flanta. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
so, those are really quick, easy. Here's the thing. They get done eating, and maybe 5 minutes after they start, the plates go out. They go, oh, can I order just they wanted one extra steak, no sides, nothing. Okay?
just a steak? Just, just,
Yeah,
just a steak.
mind
What the
you,
fuck?
mind you, we're trying there because we don't know how to charge them for that because it's a set price for. My boss is like, you know what? Charge them because the carne asada plate with all the fixings and whatnot is $18. My boss is like, you know what?
Okay.
Charge them $12 for the steak. And
Hmm.
he's like, that seems fair, right? I looked at him like, look, if they have the money to throw it at, I don't give a crap. He's like, same here, man, same here. 20 minutes later, same waitress freaking comes back and like, I need flour tortillas. At this point, I am working with raw meat to put them in brand new bins for the to put them away for the night, which means I had to take off my gloves that were touching the raw meat, throw them away, put brand new gloves on, put make the tortillas, throw those gloves away, put brand new gloves on so I could touch the raw meat again, so I could finish up my thing. And then she's like, and then the tortillas take about 5 seconds because
Mm-hmm.
we have the skillet all the way up. We have it burning hot.
Good. One really.
Tell me why she
Tell me why.
goes and leaves and does something else. It's like they take 5 seconds. I put them on the thing. I freaking take them off, put them in the foil, hand them to you. Don't go anywhere because that's the one thing you need. He leaves, and I'm sitting there freaking pounding the bell so she could hear it, and she's walking, not like walking at decent speed. No, she is turtle walking to the fucking window. So I'm sitting there ringing the bell as loud as possible until she gets to the window, and she gives me this freaking look. I'm thinking, don't give me the look. Don't give me the look.
Oh man. Well, you're not the only one that had a bad week. So like
And
Sunday. Well, go ahead.
on top of all the shit I went through yesterday, my paycheck was delayed not once, not twice, but it was delayed all the way until today.
Hmm.
And we get paid every Monday, or supposed to get paid every Monday.
Why was it delayed? Was it the bank or was it your?
Well, we have another company that kind of writes up all the checks for the building for the company that basically it goes through a third person contract to bring us all our checks.
Ah, I see. But yeah. So yeah, I know how good you miss the garage conversations. I know how much you miss those
Hmm.
ones.
Oh, well, speaking of garage, my mom and I went downtown after picking up my check because
Okay.
I was picking up a kind of a birthday present for myself from the cigar bar. I got myself a pipe. Um,
Oh, how do you like it?
oh, well, it's something that I'm gonna open up for my birthday with my dad's name on it.
Ah,
Yeah, it's a gift from my dad to me, but I bought it for myself. Um, and
you haven't tried it.
it's a hand carved pipe. I guess the guy's from like Norway or something like that. Um, and uh, hold on, I'm reading something.
It's fine. While you do that, I'll tell you about the garage
Yeah.
thing that happened this week. So Saturday, I show up to work and everything, and we have the two new guys, which are not brightest of two, but so I'm not gonna name names
Yeah.
and everything. I'm not gonna tell anybody who is who, but they were working so and so garage, and I they called us because we have walkie-talkies now that actually reach from garage to garage.
Oh.
So but they can't understand walk outside of the garage to walkie me. Because that's where I get the best signal. If when you walk out and you walkie me, or you
Okay.
walkie John. So, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've told you guys this three fucking times already.
Yeah.
It gets annoying.
Uh,
So but they say, hey, so and so let three people in for free to park because the machine didn't work. And I'm looking at John, I'm like, did I just hear that right? Did so and so really just let three people in for free? And he's like, I'm pretty sure I heard the same thing. And I'm like, huh. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head over there to find out what's going on. And John's like, oh, don't, I'll come with you because John knows where this is going.
yeah.
So John's like, he's like, I'll come with you, dude. I'm like, okay. So I'm steaming mad already because it's been a bullshit of a night. I've got an argument already that night and everything. Like I'm steaming mad. And earlier in the night, the me and the machine got into like a fight. Me and the machine fought. It fought back finally. The machine finally fought back and cut me.
Oh, it's the
And I was
rise of
like,
the
you know,
machines.
I was like, you know what? All right, I understand, machine. I'll chill the fuck out. But then that was after I got an argument and everything. So I was like, all right, we're heading over there. I'm steaming mad. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I get there. There's nothing wrong with the machine. Nothing's fucking wrong. Everything's working fine. I'm pissed off. And like, I'm about to scream and tell both these guys to go home. And John's like, chill out. Chill out, dude. You know, calm down. Like, you know, he's trying. Yeah, I feel like he's giving me that look to try like tell me to calm down. You know, like he's giving me the look to like, hey yo, chill out. So I was like, all right. You know, John's mad at them too, so John's yelling at them. I walk by the trash can, I look down. There's melting ice cream on the ground.
Oh no.
And I'm fucking like, you guys get fucking water on this shit now. Put the fucking wet floor sign out. Like, I'm pissed, dude. Like, I'm pissed off. But, so all that happened and everything. I was like, cool. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to go. I'm gonna go have a beer. I clocked out. I got back. I clocked out. It was my time to leave. I'm like, I'm going home to have a beer. But man, I've never wanted to fucking strangle some. It was like working with two of you know who that we used to work with.
Oh.
You know, it was like working with two of them in one
Oh.
garage.
Oh God.
Like,
Oh God. Oh God. No.
yeah.
No.
This
Okay.
Yeah, but imagine one smells bad and one could barely talk combined to one garage. Like, how would you like handle that? You know what I mean? Like, I can only just describe. I was like, I'm gonna fucking strangle you both.
And this
And,
is
and
how he got fired.
no. I already warned our new manager Evan because me and him we're kind of cool now.
Hmm.
The when the parade came around, me and the one of the vendors got into like because you know as soon as someone decides they're gonna curse at me, it's over. I'll
Yeah.
fucking I'm going off. So I already warned him like some of those vendors like cursed at me during the parade, and I was like, look, dude, the dude, you know, He called me a fucker and everything. But he went off and called me a fucker, and he called me a shit ton of names, and I was like, you know what, motherfucker? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's not my fucking fault that your motherfucking vendor dude didn't want to get a hold of our company to find out when you can and cannot get out of the garage. So you know what? Go fuck yourself. And then I started going off. But one of the cops like were down there and everything, and she's listening, and she's like, I don't see where the guy's wrong. It's your guys' fault. Like pointing to the vendors, and I was like, what the fuck you got now, bro? So I already texted him about the whole situation and everything. So he hits me back up, and he's like, all right, I'm coming down in the garage. I'll be there in a minute. So me and him got to talking and everything. He's like, look, you're not fired. When they say they're gonna call the garage, when they're gonna call, don't worry about it. I'll explain what happened. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, but I'm telling him like, look, dude, I'm sorry, but as soon as someone decides they can just have their way with me, it's over. I'm not having it that way.
Mm.
We're not doing it. And he's like, no, 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 understandable, understandable. So I was like, all right, cool, because we were not supposed to show up by until like 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah,
I showed up at 2 to come and help him.
yeah.
And he was like, "Look, dude, I appreciate it." And I was like, because I showed up and there's like fucking cones getting thrown across the garage. I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into? We got a World War going on over here. What the fuck? So
Yeah.
yeah, no,
So, okay,
I
I have a question, and I obviously I haven't worked with you guys for a couple months now. Hold on.
hold on, everybody. He's got to talk to the new girl.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh, I thought we were talking to the new girl,
Oh no.
the one from Wyoming.
Um. So as soon as it hits $5 for the night, there is no like 1 hour for free, right?
Yeah, after it hits $5 for a night, there's no 1 hour free.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, that's why I figured. Because my mom and I we parked in the Main Street garage.
Why do you not get a hold of me and John? Or just text me and like me and John will let you out.
I guess I didn't think about it. I don't know
Well,
if
if you do it now, me
yeah.
and John can let you out because either me and John were there on Friday and Saturday. Actually, we have I think Art Walk this Friday.
Mm,
This Friday or next Friday we have Art Walk. I know your mom came down for like Art Walk, right?
I'm working.
Oh well, I knew she usually came down for Art Walk.
She only goes to that if she has someone to go to and go with.
Oh well, okay. Oh, I had some deer meat today.
Hmm.
Pretty good.
I mean,
Pretty fucking good. Yeah,
yeah.
I fucking murdered.
There mu-
Baby got eaten up.
there must be a new guy there when I got there.
What
Uh,
day did you show up last week?
no,
What day?
today
Today, what time?
around I think around 7-ish.
Okay. Curly hair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's one of them.
Oh,
That's one of the
I figured because
yeah.
he was in the office
Uh
kind of sitting down. He looked outside like freaking looking brain dead, looking at people.
hold on, I'm gonna text you something because I don't want to tell it over the because he may watch this also.
Yeah, so my mom was having trouble getting the ticket in there, and then she accidentally pressed the wrong button for the $40 lost ticket fee. like, mom, calm down. And I got out and I did what I used to do, and I fixed the problem while the guy was still in the office, freaking looking like he's brain dead.
I'm texting you what about him. There's more, but there's pretty much the general idea me and John have from him. So yeah.
Are you serious?
So yeah, no.
It's
Hold on. Hold on, here's another one he told me.
Hey, hey.
I don't know where he got this one from, but it kind of just threw me like he told me that and I was like, "Come again? You want to explain that to me again?" Like, huh? Oh wait, yeah, you'll like this one. Yeah, people, I swear we cannot tell you about this inside information because it tells us too much about work.
God, some people. I feel like sometimes they hire people like this just to your make freaking work interesting. It's like, do you realize how dumb these people are that you're hiring?
Right?
Give me 1 second.
Just wait till you see this.
Be right back.
All right. All right, people. So today we will also be talking about dreams and nightmares, where we think dreams and nightmares come from. So we'll be talking about dreams and nightmares, talking about where we think dreams and nightmares come from, then doing the research to find out where they actually come from. This bottle cap away.
I have my theories.
Oh, we're here. We're here.
I have my
Gonna read
theories,
this.
and I will stick to them.
Alright, well, while you're here, read that one. Just don't say anything out loud. I know how you're gonna laugh about that one. So, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Hmm.
So yeah, while we're on this other topic, so people, most view video that we have still is Don't Get Josh Started with 34 views now.
I honestly am. Uh, I want to know as to what about it that people are like, let's watch this. I don't.
I mean,
There's nothing really
so I'm
in particular special about it. I'm just going off of
so
the
I'm gonna
kind of
rank.
shit that would happen in the army.
Here's the rank that we have right now for popular. Is Don't Get Josh Started, ranking early 2000 shows, Supernatural, the video games we like will shock you, Murder on the Hill, The Perfect Crime maybe, The Multiverse is interesting, I Have the High Ground, movie reviews turn into Spider-Man, the bullshit we talked about, the bullshit we talk about. Isn't it funny that these all are really almost in a 1 month span, kind of, or like 2 month span, with 34 views, but only 10 subscribers, people. This is our 11th video. Holy shit.
Oh my! It's funny is that for a while I actually did have my doubts that we'd actually get this out, but here we are.
Yeah. All right. All right, people. So yeah, dreams and nightmares. So, um, you remember any specific dream or nightmare you've had that flashes back or anything?
Um, Growing up when my parents were going through a nasty divorce, I would have a dream that I was being chased by like a monster. And then I constantly look back and the monster would change between my dad and the monster's form. Um, and for
Do
years it
you,
was based off of what I was told about my dad, which was 100% true. So I believe that my unconscious mind created this fantasy of being chased by like a monster version of my dad, this evil monstrous version of my dad, and I would get really really far away and he would get closer and I would get further away and then he'd get closer and and it's like if you're running down this alley or this hallway, and the hallway or this alley or whatever you want, however you want to see it as, it's constantly expanding. There's no end to it. It's just constantly expanding. And
yeah, like the
it,
endless hallways.
yeah, and it's like there's no light. There's no way of seeing any brightness at the end. It's just all dark. And the only thing you could see is when you look back, you see the monster, or you see the form of my dad, and it's like that's the only thing you can see. You can't see in front of you because it's pure black. But you look behind you,
Yeah,
and it's that creature.
it kind of reminds me. Remember when I did that one test stream for the Finance of Freddy's VR help wanted?
Hmm.
Like I peeked my head out the like side, and then like you could not see, but next thing you know, just Foxy's fucking bolting it down the fucking hallway at me. I
Hmm.
fell down onto the
Hmm.
ground.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like something like that? I guess.
I I would have to say yes and no. Like it's more of you're constantly far, but he's not never the creature is never too far away. But he's not,
Okay.
he's not close enough to touch you, but he's not far enough where you can't hear him or see him.
So just arm length kind of.
Just outside of arm length, yeah.
Okay.
And
So do you go ahead?
to me, I feel, as a man. almost I'm almost in my 30s. I'm almost 30, and I interpreted it as basically all the stuff I was told about my dad, and it created in my head this creature that's constantly trying to either take me away from my mom or take me away from, you know, everything I know. Trying to get there,
Yeah,
but
like
he constantly can't get to you.
or never mind. Or like different way, like he's trying to in your dreams catch up and like get to know you now, like differently.
I could see that as a new interpretation now. It's like I found out later in life that over the years, my dad went into a psychotic depression where
Mm.
he felt completely alone because we weren't in his life.
Oops.
And
Boop my mic.
oh, don't lose that.
I
And
booped it. I just
oh, and
well,
I found out that he was trying to reach out to us, but we kept on pushing him away.
well, there is always the other thing where I don't know how much you believe about it, but like Cardinals are like the what was it? Cardinals are like the deceased,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
like when you see the cardinal, it's the deceased of one of your loved ones.
yeah. That's
Which
I
for a while
believe in
after,
that.
yeah, for a while after that, we had when my dad's brother died. We had a cardinal around for a while that my grandma would feed, and then after she left, then there was two cardinals around. So that's where I got the cardinal tattoo.
Oh yeah.
That was a shocker for y'all. That one day I just show up with a random tattoo. That was a big shocker for a lot of y'all. I don't. Were you there after I got? Was that after
I
or
met you
was?
after, like, you had just gotten it, like a month, like a month or two before I met you.
And yeah, that was like my first full like, and it was a bitch when he did like the black and the red.
Yeah.
It was a bitch. I remember explaining that to you, like, because yeah, we were talking about it, and I was like, you were like asking me like the worst part of it, and I was like, yeah, the outlining and everything wasn't bad, but when the guy got to like the shading and then the black and the red, he was a bitch. But yeah, now me and Josh have a tattoo together.
Yep.
Yep.
Another dream that I've had, and I think a lot of people have had, is where you're falling from a unknown height and like you're just constantly falling.
I so my opinion about that one. I actually have an opinion about that one. Um, the falling from a certain height one. So like it's the multiverse theory is
Okay.
my opinion about dreams and nightmare.
Yeah, yeah,
So like that is another person in a different reality kind of a thing. But the falling from a different point is like certain like every not I would say almost every aligned multiverse of you is kind of asleep.
hmm
So the falling person is trying to find out where to start at the certain point of your dream
yeah,
because now it's like oh shit everybody's asleep. Where do I start? Because so and so is now asleep and so is now asleep and so he doesn't know like shit now I don't know if where to start the dream or who to give the nightmare to.
yeah.
So that's where my point of the falling person is. I don't know if you have a different one, but go ahead.
I mean that's interesting. Never really looked at it that way. Um, I never actually put into perspective as to what the falling can mean, because it can mean a whole bunch of different things. It can mean
When I
you.
was Oh, sorry.
Like I think it could probably like mean I don't know, like you you know you're gonna be alright, but you feel like you're failing and you feel like you're gonna do something and you're gonna fail or you're gonna not succeed. So you're constantly falling in your sleep. Like you're not literally physically falling, but your dream of and and a lot of times those fallen dreams do not have like a starting point. You just dream and it starts where you're falling.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the falling dream part to me meant either A, something bad was coming,
Hmm.
or or that just when I was just like not like I was gonna fail point where it was just like shit. Does this mean like I'm just gonna do it? Am I gonna kill myself? Like what the fuck?
Hmm.
Like yeah, that's the falling dream one is good. There was another one I had recently. It was like I was underwater and I was like swimming
Hmm.
and like I had the actual like I was holding my breath moment. Have you had that have you had that dream?
I've heard of them. I don't think I've had one.
It's scary because like waking up and you're just like like fucking like you're fucking hyperventilating kind of almost because you're just like holy fuck. And like I was like shit. Like
Yeah,
it was like have you ever played the game of like Subnautica and everything?
I've only seen
Or have you
Markiplier
seen
play it.
well have you ever seen where it's like the guy's like coming up from the water and he like blacks out and then like
Yeah, yeah,
he like hits the water finally and he's like like
yeah.
fucking gasping for that's what it feels like waking up half the time like you're just like fuck
It's like
because it's like
your unconscious body is receiving uh the same feeling
signals
as your unconscious or your dreamscape mind. Like your
yeah
body feel your body like your lungs feel it when it's only happening in the dreamscape, in the dream realm, in the dream, like when you're dreaming it. Like that's when you wake up and you're gasping for air because it's so intense that your physical self actually feels um what's going on in
it,
your dream.
it's scary half the time from the dream realm to go back to the real world it's fucking
Yeah, yeah.
terrifying that's another point have you ever had one of those not what is it like you've had one of those like the dreams or nightmares that you like you wake up but you like don't actually wake up and like you think you've woken up in your mind and like everything is still the dream around you.
Like it's a dream within a dream, and I know where
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from. I actually okay. Here's the funny part that I'm laughing about now that we decided to talk about this today.
Oh yeah.
A couple of days ago on YouTube, I watched a video talking about the different types of dreams. That's one of them that they mentioned. It's like you're in a routine. You wake up, you get you do your regular morning routine. You wake up, go to the restroom, brush your teeth, do your hair, get ready for the day, and then you realize something's different, and then you realize you're in a dream. And then you wake up and you
Yeah.
start doing the same thing, but then you realize, oh, I'm still in a dream. And you're constantly waking up until you finally get to the last realization dream, and you realize, I've I have not been awake this entire time. And then it hits you. Either your alarm clock goes off, your your pet wakes you up,
Something.
something wakes you, actually physically wakes you up, and it hits you. It's like, oh no, that was a dream within a dream within a dream, and you're you, you don't even know what is reality at that point, and it might take you a day or a couple hours or a couple days or a couple weeks to realize the concept of reality is in front of you and the dream is behind you.
Yeah. There was a video I just recently watched with Jack. It was one of these the scary story ones,
Mm,
and it was this dude explaining his story from his grandfather about how his grandfather supposedly died in the house,
yeah.
and then they took him and then they wanted to bring him back home before they went and got cremated, and supposedly in like 2 or 3 days the dude's just alive now, and he's
Mm,
just he's better. And then, the dude asks his grandfather, hey, so, what the fuck happened? So his grandfather explains the story of how this dude that looked like pretty much the Grim Reaper shows up and, is walking him through his path of his town and everything to the house, like lingering spirits, kind of, and everything. He's walking him through this town and and everything, and he shows up to the house and he opens the door, and the lady's like, your time is not now. You still have 3 years, and so if you want to live them 3 years, you need to leave now and not talk to anybody on the way back and everything. So he's passing all his friends and everything that, and all these friends are, telling him the wrongs if he's committed to them and everything. And the dude's thinking this is a dream. He's not knowing this is literally something, hey, this is going on. Like, and he's like, he's thinking this is just all a dream. He's, trying to wake himself up. It's not happening. And so he finds, one of his dead dogs that, like, guides him all the way right back to where his body is, to where he wakes up and he's like, the same feeling of the like he's like, what the fuck's been going on, and everybody's shocked to see him back alive. It's been and he's like, what the fuck's been going on, and they're all like, you've been out 3 fucking days, what the fuck. It's like, that would be a weird fucking like nightmare to have. I would only imagine what would happen to go through something like that.
yeah.
It would be it would be something really fucked up to like go through, to just have to like walk pretty much the path back of pretty much almost all the wrongs or something that you've done wrong and committed to people, and you have to like confront that kind of thing. Like, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Something that I just started remembering is I don't even know how many years ago. This is, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago probably. Um I remember having this one dream. I was on the phone with my dad's stepmom, and I'm in this like,
Wait,
uh
dead mom? You said dead mom?
no, stepmom.
Oh, I thought you said dead mom. Okay.
No.
It's a stepmom. Okay.
I'm in this like giant like courtyard next to a building. I'm going in and out of the building to the courtyard, but suddenly the courtyard and the building are like spherical. Um,
Spherical?
spherical, like a round.
Okay.
You have you seen what's the movie? Um, the one where they go to like a different planet, but they have to travel through a black hole to get to it.
Um, it's not ringing the bell right now.
Ah. Anyways, at the end of the movie, they're several years into the future, and like all the buildings and everything is off Earth, and they're in the like around sh- like ship like thing. Anyways, and I find myself in the dream where instead of walking in and out of the building, going to the courtroom, not courtroom, going to the courtyard, whatnot, I'm now walking around it like if it's a planet, and it's like
Huh.
ever changing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the building is shifting on itself, or it starts looking like a Rubik's cube at this point, but it's a round Rubik's cube, and I feed it like I in the dream I'm feeding it no mind. I'm like it's normal. It's supposed to happen. It's just something. If you have something going on like that, it's basically a sign of saying change is happening, and don't feed it any mind. The change is gonna happen regardless. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the saying of like everybody's path is like almost what was it? What was the word? It's like everybody's path is like droven or like something like that. It's like
It's like yes, you have choices in life that might lead you down a different path, but it's constantly in motion.
yeah. There's speaking of the other one that we were just talking about the like you were going through the day and everything.
Hmm.
Last week like it was I had one of those sort of like dreams. It was my day off, went and I, got dressed, got my keys, went out to the truck, which is always weird because I didn't realize it now, but in the dream I've always almost forgotten my keys, which is weird because in that dream, in my first try, I picked up the keys to my truck.
Hmm.
So, so I got in, started the truck, and then, you know, it wasn't even like I drove the route to work. It was just next moment I'm there. I'm at work. And I went and the weird part is just watching me and dad walking and we walked to the bar and so it's because it's my day off. Okay, yeah, we'll have a beer. But it was like I'm like, okay, because yeah, okay, yeah, we're having beer. So usually we have two beers. In the dream, it was like, oh yeah, we'll take another. Oh yeah, we'll take another.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, we'll take another. It was just repeating, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm just, then I was like looking down at my phone, and I looked up, and everybody just had like blank faces, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm confused. I'm like, okay. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna look back down. I look back down at my phone, look back up. Everybody has eyes now. I'm like, okay. I look back down, look back out. Everybody has like that large grin smile now.
Mm.
And it's like, so I decided to look over to dad. He's not there now. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And then I try to do the like stand up movement to get out, and it's just my character would not stand up.
Mm.
And then then it turned into me looking down, looking up, and everybody moving closer. And I was like, like it got to the moment of freaking out point. So it was, yeah, that was one of the most freakiest ones I've ever had. There were, have you ever had one of the sleep paralysis. Is it sleep paralysis where you can't move? Right?
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah, that'd be sleep paralysis where it feels like a weight is on you and you could physically be awake but not be able to move. So it's like you're experiencing a dream outside of
The dream realm.
the dream realm. You know,
Yeah, it's like
you're
you're
experiencing.
actually you're like actually awake and like you're able to still be in your dream.
Yeah, it's like you're
Have
awake
you
but
had
you're also asleep. And
have you had one of those?
I can't say that I have. I've heard of them plenty of times. Because basically, you have what is called the dream paralysis demon. And this is supposed to be what is keeping that pressure on you. And some people say that you have to wake yourself up by trying to physically throw this sleep paralysis demon off of you. Um, some people say that you have to just kind of write out the dream until it's all done. There's been cases of people that just die, because
I
they can't wake up.
I fun fact everybody. William has had a sleep paralysis incident. I haven't told Josh about this one because I haven't remembered it until now
Mm,
that I've had one. So it was a night me and I was it was me, dad, my other two sisters at the time, and I was at my part of the room. I was sleeping, doing my shit. I got done playing video games with my friends. Thought I was just, all right, cool. I'm gonna go to bed now. About like I'd say like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that time, I wake back up. Some reason I don't remember. Blanket on my face. There's a legit one of those like yarned. I'm trying to think what is it? Not yarned, but quilled. I can't think of the. What is the thing that the people do with their they have like the little two pens and they like make blankets or something. Can't think of
Crochet.
the word.
It's either,
Crocheting.
yeah, crocheting, I think.
Yeah,
Knitting.
and
No, it's knitting. Crocheting is
is
with
it
one.
knitting?
Yeah, knitting is two, crochet is one.
Oh yeah, it's in crocheting because yeah, I thought it was the because yeah they had to have the one pinned and then they round it and everything, right?
Yeah.
Like something like that. So I had a crochet blanket for some reason just on my face.
Mm,
Don't understand why. It was just there. And could not move, couldn't get up. And I'm just sitting here and my only thing that you can do is just move your eyes. Your eyes are literally the only thing that can really move. So I'm looking around like what the fuck's going on? Cause I'm trying to call, you know, someone, can't get a word out of my mouth. So, it's just not, I want to say your mouth is opening, but you feel like your mouth is opening,
hmm
but it's like your mouth is still shut because you can't move. So, literally I look over to the doorway and it's just this black shape of a person and I'm just looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of like glimpse over for a minute to like look for something, and I look back. He's moved closer now. Freaking the fuck out now. I'm like, what the fuck? You still can't do anything. You're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you when I get up, dude. Whenever I can. And it's like you're bonded to the bed now. You can't move. And nothing really happened. I just remember he got close enough where he was just looking over and looking down at me, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, and then just fall asleep. it was fucking creepy, dude. Like just sitting there, like you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because you cannot do anything in this situation. You're literally just you're stuck. Like I understand people are just like, oh yeah, you're supposed to force yourself out of it, but yeah, your first time having sleep paralysis, you think you really think you're going to think of like, yeah, I'm going to force myself out of this kind of a dream. You can't. Now the one I've been trying to do is the out of body experience of a dream,
Mm-hmm.
where you're sleeping and you make your like soul or something leave your body. You can have one of those like out of body moments. I've been trying to work around that, see if I can have one of those happen. Supposedly you're able to see like demons or ghosts, supposedly, as far as I've heard, if you do one of those kind of like out of body experiences when you're sleeping. But okay, I've done the research. If you would like to know where dreams come from, unless you have a hypothesis of where you think dreams come from.
I mean, I have several theories, but um,
What is your best one?
see,
I'll tell you mine.
I've heard, you already mentioned what one of mine, and I've heard it from multiple different places. The multiverse theory of when you're asleep, your one of your alternate multiverse variants um becomes, your dream is his reality, and
That's my theory as
so on
well.
and so forth. And the reason why I think of it in in that way is, I've had multiple experiences where it was like a completely different reality, completely different universe.
I have
Uh,
a I have a interesting one about it to add on to yours, because I've had a dream kind of where it's like it's weird also because it's through your like you it's through your own eyes, like you're looking through that person's perspective, but it's not the same kind of personality of how you are. It's
yeah,
a whole different kind of personality. You're like technically like a whole different person in that scenario than how you would take that scenario.
yeah.
But so the scientific thing too is according to current scientific understanding, dreams originate from the brain, specifically from a complex interaction between different brain regions, primarily during REM, ready eye moment sleep, where the brain actively actively processes and combines memories, emotion, and thoughts from our waking life, creating a seamlessly oh my god, why are these big words here? Surreal experience we call dreams. Essentially, the brain is playing with stored information to form dream narratives. I mean, but they do say current scientific understanding, so they could be wrong. They
Yeah.
could be wrong. So, I mean, yeah, we got this one. It does not know where the dream originate where in the brain dreams originate. If there is a single origin of dreams, or if multiple regions of the brain are involved, or what the purpose of the dreaming is for the body or mind, the human dreams experience, and what to make of it has undergone Sizable shifts over the course of history.
Mm,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
yeah.
I like ours better.
Like I
We're
feel that you have your multiverse dream, then you have like your nightmares and stuff like that,
so do you feel
representing things
like
that you've been going through either throughout the week, the month, the year, you know, the past couple of days you've been going through this stuff, and you might have like a recurring dream that's trying to tell you what to expect or try to show you what you've been doing wrong and how to, you gotta fix it while you're awake. You know what I mean?
do you have the same kind of like the nightmare dreams are either like a bad multiverse person like that's like your bad self like if you're a bad person.
I've never had that particular. I've had dreams where, I'm the main character being chased or being hunted down by this evil entity, and turns out the evil entity is actually myself. Well, back when I was, kind of in a lot of doubt of myself. So I've had that, but I've never had it where I'm like legit the evil version of me. Where
Like
I'm the bad guy.
okay, well what about one because like I remember like having nightmare like as a kid you had like a nightmare where like people would say oh you're gonna have a nightmare after a scary movie.
Hmm.
Did you ever have like a one of those like moments where like oh okay I'm gonna have a nightmare now because I watched a scary movie. You really like
Um,
don't get those. I never really had those.
I didn't really watch a lot of scary movies growing up because my parents were concerned about that.
Like after I watched Pennywise, didn't have really a scary. It was like okay I'm watching Pennywise. You're watching it and now everybody's like oh well be careful you're gonna have a nightmare. Really
Hmm.
I didn't have a nightmare. Just like okay I guess I'm just immune to scare because my birthday as a kid, I'm thinking, okay, my birthday is in the Halloween month. I'm,
Yeah,
an October person. I'm just like, oh, I'm just born to be a scary person, I guess.
yeah,
So it's weird. Like nightmares and dreams, it's weird how different they are.
yeah.
I remember having a nightmare. I don't remember like a shit ton of it. That is also another weird part about dreams and nightmares that we don't remember a lot of it.
Hmm.
But in the nightmare, I just know I was in this house, and then the family was there. It was weird because it was when you were living here too. It was weird, and like I just remember you were there, Dad, Lacey, and me.
Mm.
And it was weird because I don't, like I said, I don't remember a lot of it, but just one moment where all we're just, everybody's like, all right, yeah, we're going, everybody's going to bed, everybody's doing their separate things.
Yeah.
But like next thing you know, like like a killer just bust into the house, and then like next minute, no, I'm just trying to tackle this dude, and then telling you guys to run, and everybody running, and then I just get stabbed, and then there's just boom. That's where I woke up,
Mm.
and just like I was like, oh, what the fuck,
Mm.
and then like that is also a weird one, like actually having like a bloodshot where like stab boom to you, like then you're like always checking your body when you wake up. You're like, what the like? You're like,
Yeah,
did I literally get stabbed or shot?
like it scares you awake, and you start doing the body search to make sure that you're still intact.
Well, and it was weird because like it doesn't. It was weird because in the dream that I remember, the dude had a gun. Then I tackle him, but then he just stabs me in the back, like
Mm,
right on the spine, like right on the spine point,
yeah,
the spinal cord, and I'm like, how did that work?
yeah,
And I'm like, it's going through my mind like, how the fuck did that ever work? That the guy first had a gun, switches, and then has now a knife.
yeah,
But then you remember, oh, it's a dream.
yeah,
The dream realm, everything is real. It's different.
yeah.
And do you feel like it's bullshit when people are talking about like there is a way to tell it's a dream in your dream realm and then you can control it? I
It,
don't really think.
so that's what is called a elusive dream, where you are aware you're dreaming. You know you're dreaming. You can control the dream. I've heard of it. I've never had it. It you apparently you can train yourself to be able to have that. I'm skeptical if that's happened, but there's been plenty of people who have had them in the past that they actually did a research on that person and they did find actual after doing research they did find that that person um was actually in control of their dream. You know, in my opinion, just because there's actual research on it, I feel it could be real. I feel
I'm
like,
just like it's the same thing for me. Like I have not had one. I've only seen the research on it, so that's why I'm like, okay, I could kind of see it, but like I wanna kind of experience it myself so I can know it's real.
yeah. And like I said, a lot of people that experience it most often, they probably train themselves to see a certain item, to know that they're in control, know that they're, aware that they're asleep, and because there's plenty of times where I could lay myself down on my bed, watching a show, and not even know that I've drifted off to sleep until I wake
Yeah,
up. I wake up, later in the day, and I'm like, oh crap, it's
about
like,
did that on my floor. So I mean, but that was after root beer float moonshine.
oh God.
So oh, that's another story we have to. Oh no, we told that one. I think we've told that story.
Mm. Oh, I
I
had
think we
I
have.
had I had something to mention during small talk, and you know what? I had something to mention. I need to bring it up next time we have do a podcast. Um,
Oh, we're doing one. I'm pretty sure we're doing one tomorrow, aren't we? We're
if we,
doing. Are we bringing
yeah,
the
I
wheel?
think I think so. Yeah, yeah,
We're gonna bring the god back, the wheel god.
the will of God, all hail the will of God.
So I've done the research of the where the nightmares come from.
Hmm.
Nightmares are thought to stem from a combination of factors including stress, anxiety, traumatic experiences, recent upsetting events, sleep deprive, certain medications, and mental health conditions like PTSD.
That
All
ex
pro,
that
all pro,
explains a lot.
all processed all processed by the brain during REM sleep, which is when dreaming occurs most vividly.
Hmm.
Essentially, the brain is trying to work through worries and concerns during sleep, sometimes manifesting as frightening images in the nightmare.
That
I could see
explains
that.
the PTSD port aspect of it explains a lot of when I first got out of the army to now. It's like I don't have the PTSD. I don't have the PTSD dreams anymore. Well, not as much. Um, because you have in the military you have a set schedule as to, hey, we have PT at this point, but formation is at this point, but you had to be at the formation at this point. So you're waking up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning just to be able to get to formation um, at 6:15 because formation is at 6:30, but PT doesn't start until 7. So, you know, when you first get out of the military, a good portion of us, especially the people that have seen more than I have, will have those like nightmares induced by PTSD, and therefore I agree. I agree with the study 100%, mainly because I've experienced it from firsthand.
Yeah, I agree with that study because that is more like scientifically seemed backed up because they've like the anxiety, the stress, the sleep deprived, that I could see actually giving up like dreams and nightmares.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, that can be that could be a factor.
yeah. Like
But
the first thing I was talking about having the constant dreams about my dad chasing me as a monster figure. That my parents' divorce was so intense because I was very, very young when my parents were going to divorce. You know, I was very young. I remember every detail very vividly. That's why it's another reason why I really believe in the Red Up right now. Like all the stress from dealing with all that and trying to put into perspective what I've been told about my dad and all that stuff. It's like you know you don't really realize it until you actually go and look it up for yourself. Doop, 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 doop.
sorry, I was grabbing a drink. Yeah, no, it's weird now looking. Like I've done a little bit of research on dreams and nightmares, but it's now weird like actually looking fully in and like shit. Okay, I mean this makes total more sense than the other like things I've kind of thought that I've like thought in my head like okay yeah this could be the reason why. But so did you want to tell your small talk now? We'll just put it at the end of the episode, or are you gonna wait till tomorrow?
I wait until tomorrow. This is something that yeah, this is like tomorrow's
Tomorrow's topic kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
All right. Is it gonna take up all the small talk?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Okay. I think me and Dad drove by your work yesterday, across from Perkins, right?
Yeah, the like right next to where I work is Daddy Deed's ice cream.
I think yeah, we drove by your work yesterday.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
tiny
we were,
tiny little Mexican
cause
restaurant.
Yeah, because like across the way they're building all those new fucking condos and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we drove by yesterday.
Okay.
I was filling up. Yeah, I was filling up the truck yesterday.
And you
We were
didn't
filling
bother
up at the.
stopping by for Taco
I
Tuesday.
I didn't even think you were working. We were.
Oh, I'm
It was
always
like
working, except for
it was like Tuesday, and we were like working out. It was Tuesday. It was like around like 2:30ish, 3 o'clock. We were filling up.
oh, I was at work definitely. If it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was definitely at work.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks is I work at that time too. I was supposed to be at work, and I was dropping him back off at home, and I was filling up the truck. So I had rushed back to work.
Mm.
My days off are Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays.
See, my days off are whenever he tells me to go get off.
But just for y'all to know, I've been thinking about doing this. I'm gonna talk to the other guys and girl. There's another girl. There is a girl that's with the DM. We're talking about doing a D&D campaign. I brought it up to Josh yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story wasn't ready, so
Mm.
that was gonna be tonight.
Yeah.
But I will find out if it's fine and with them to stream it to this podcast, and we can do a D&D podcast episode if
Okay.
everybody's fine with it. I'll find out. Maybe I get to steal Josh's giant butt plug again. Maybe. I'll attempt. Maybe.
Did I get that back?
I think you did. Because
I
you beat
think
the
so,
fuck out of
yeah.
me. I think you tried to fight me and then you hit me. You stole it back.
God.
We'll have to talk about the D&D experiences.
Yeah,
Those were good
we
times.
never finished that campaign, by the way.
No, we didn't. I played another campaign with my friends with the same character,
Yeah.
and needless to say, I ice knifed my ex-girlfriend's friend in the face.
Mm.
It was a good time. We were eating queso, and they were high. Two of them are high, and I made queso. It's a good time. Really good time. You'll meet them. Those are the guys that we're going to be playing with. They're some good people. They're uh, the I'm not gonna say names, but the person that used to live here when you were here,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
they're 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 his him she's friends,
They them, we
but
win.
they them, but they like me, I guess more, because we went out to the gun range and we shot. And supposedly I was a better person to take shooting than him, and I was like, no, really, I know how to use a gun. I'm not stupid. And yeah, got to shoot an AK when I was out there. It's fun.
Oh, okay, that's the person
Those are those
he's
guys.
okay. Fine.
They're planning on. They want me to come back up. I was wondering if you'd want to go next time, and we're there because I already talking about going to the shooting range again next time I come back up. I was like, yeah, I have someone that may want to come.
Yeah, you just have to let me know.
The only thing we'd have to split and we'll have to share a motel because there's only one couch at my friend's house, and that's where I was staying was my friend's house. Unless one of us take the couch, one of us take the floor, which I don't mind the floor. He has a porch. I could sleep out on the porch. I'll rock the porch. Unless you just want to share a hotel. We went to Hard Rock while we were out there. We went and had lunch, where we had dinner while we were out there. Then we went back to the other guy's house. We played D&D and then we played Jackbox.
Jack
And
Jackbox.
it's a party game.
Hmm.
It was a good time. But yeah, I could not hear because they gave me those cheap ass like dollar earbuds
Mm.
at the shooting range and those little orange ones.
Oh,
And you know your
those
those little
fucking
bullshit ones.
like
Rubber
yeah.
earplug things. Yeah, I put those bitches in, and you think they're like, you feel they're like, all right, yeah, these are in really well. And then like I want to shut the sniper and the AK, and I'm just like, what? Come again? What did you say? You'll like this one better because this is an outdoor target, and we have
Mm.
like my friend has like a metal target that we shoot with the pistols and shit, so you hear the actual ding,
Clink, clink,
ding,
clink.
ding. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. No, his only rule is like, let's not shoot the AK at the metal target. Fair point. Fair point. And then we have like he has like assault rifles, semis. And then he's like, all right, we're gonna pull out Big Daddy, pulling out the sniper rifle. It's like, all right, let's fucking around and we'll play with this shit now. I was in our group. I was the only one I think to hit the farthest target in the whole group. And like my friends are not the actual ones of like, oh yeah, do it by yourself. My friend will sit there beside you. Like we always have one dude that'll sit there beside you, and you'll be like up left,
Yeah.
down right. Like there's actually someone there like supporting you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I imagine you'll have a good time with them. We're all nerds. We're all big nerds. So I imagine you'll like everybody. So yeah. Uh, but I think next week we're gonna do the D&D thing. So I'll let you know, and then yeah, maybe we'll do a D&D podcast episode.
Okay.
Maybe. There'll be four of us actually in the group together, and then the one DM dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, you'll like them. They all like there we had the one dude, the DM like builds his own gun. Well, he'll buy his accessories and like put them together and put them on his own guns, and like he'll pretty much put his own guns together and shit. It's a pretty cool fucking dude.
Nice.
He has like a yeah, he has a huge ass fucking gun safe. You can pretty much stick like fucking a shit ton of bodies in that shit pretty much. So yeah. But um I think that's it for the Sea Boys today. Do you want to tell them about tomorrow's episode?
Um.
Did you forget?
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're bringing the wheel back.
We
We're
bring God
doing
back.
yep, tomorrow we are doing Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I put together I think like 60 fighters. So it's one of the smallest wheels that we've actually done right now.
Is
Because a
there
lot of the fighters were like,
is there only 60 fighters for Mortal Kombat?
well, I did like newer Mortal Kombat and I did older Mortal Kombat as well.
Well, that's gonna be interesting because I don't really know Mortal Kombat.
Well, like newer Mortal Kombat, I guess that had like DLC characters that we you could get
Mm.
I didn't know about. So I put some of them in there. We got the classics, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Cyrax, Sonya, some, I can't remember her full name, Jax. Like I got the other guys in there. So we got like newer and older characters.
All right.
But yeah, we'll put them to the Mortal Kombat to the trials tomorrow. We'll see where they're gonna go. We'll see who wins Mortal Kombat. I like this episode. This was a good like layback episode from the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
The wheel is fucking killing us. The wheel's gonna be the reason we lose everybody.
You just someone in the
All right.
audience going, not another fucking wheel.
It seems like yeah, no, not a lot of people are liking the wheels. We're learning that no one liked the wheel.
Wheel of people dying.
Death. Wheel of death. Pretty much the wheel that everybody's dying upon. We can't remember our previous winners. We have Venom, Starkiller, and Godzilla and Kong. Fucking Godzilla and Kong.
You give me too much power.
Alright, everybody, this has been the Sea Boys. We will see you tomorrow for another podcast episode. Sea
Yay.
Boys. Sea Boys out. Quite a spy. It's like you just whispered into my ear.